We are very pleased that MPI has implemented this new policy effective January 3rd. The new policy is going to keep everybody safe.
Manitoba Public Insurance has announced a new policy that will require proof of vaccination or a negative COVID-19 test to access some of their services. This policy applies for those taking road tests, those who are visiting an MPI location for an in-person cognitive assessment, as well as consultants, volunteers, contractors, instructors, and students in the Driver's Z program. All other customers visiting an MPI location do not need to show proof of vaccination or a negative test. However, they are still expected to follow health and safety guidelines. In a news release by MPI, they say, as the pandemic continues to evolve, our health and safety protocols must evolve with it, especially as COVID-19 variants pose increasingly significant risk. This policy establishes the requirements and expectations to reduce the risk of transmitting the virus during the ongoing pandemic. City News spoke with a driving instructor to get her reaction on this new policy.
Originally, we as instructors or road test examiners were not allowed to ask for a proof of status for a client, a driver's ed student. Therefore, we kind of felt vulnerable and left out, not protected. So the new policy, it looks black and white as far as I'm concerned. And I think it's going to keep the community safe. I'm glad that MPI has taken the steps to keep everybody safe.
Kim says no matter how much they sanitize their vehicles or wear a mask, there's always a possibility of cross-contamination. If she sees on average about 8 to 10 students in her car per day, then that could potentially be a huge spreading factor.
I think it's a solid start. Until we know what's going to happen further, until we know if this is keeping any type of spread under control, I think it's a fantastic start that MPI has put into place. Really, from an instructor perspective, when we're driving, there's not much more we can do than what we're already doing. We can't separate our distance any further, and we can't put a plexiglass shield between us either. It's impossible.
MPI says this new policy was made after realizing that adding plexiglass barriers or demanding physical distancing is not possible. According to the Crown Corporation, all employees must provide proof of full vaccination or consent to regular COVID-19 testing every 48 hours before entering the workplace. This is effective January 3rd, 2022. In Winnipeg, Breanna Marcelo, City News.